بهره برداری امن از موبایل و اینترنت، زن، حقوق فردی و اجتماعی، سازوکارهای جلوگیری از نقض حقوق بشر، پویشی در مفهوم دموکراسی، مروری بر پایگیری نهادهای مدنی در ایران، اندیشه‌های نوین از حقوق کارگران، آموزش خبرنگاری، حقوق شهروندی امروز و محیط زیست. توانا، رایگان توانایی ما را به سمت انسان امروزین جهانی متمدن تازه می کند. برای شرکت در این کلاس ها به توانا.org بروید و با جیمیل مستعار ثبت نام کنید. از طریق فیسبوک، توییتر و شبکه یوتیوب می توانید آموزشکده توانا را دنبال کنید. توانا آموزشکده است برای جامعه مدنی ایران.
With my name usually. My name is Ludo. I'm 29 and I'm an independent storyteller, motivator, brainstormer. I guess that would be some sort of an introduction. I present and I host a lot of events. I tell a lot of stories which are usually about the future and how governments and businesses at this moment, can look at the future and basically prepare themselves. And the third thing is brainstorm. So, I just help governments and companies and youth groups to come up with creative concepts that trigger a little bit. No. Well, because I think, there's a lot of things we need to think about and we need to discuss, but I just think there's the user group who wants a free internet and an open internet is just too big and too strong to let it happen, that the internet will be closed down in a sense, So, there's a lot of discussion at this point, and not everything is clear and stuff, but I'm not really afraid that it's going to be like all closed and stuff, So I have faith. I'm somewhere in the middle, I guess. I don't think technology is the answer to everything. At the end, it's people behind the technology, So, but technology helps. It's a tool, And I think the more technology enables us to share stuff and to connect with each other, it gives us strength. But obviously, there are pitfalls. I'm just not a guy who is afraid necessarily of stuff, So no, I'm not pessimistic about it. But I do think that we need, education is the key word, I guess, education and empowerment. And I think we as humans should step up on that level, Many times I think, empowerment is trying to. It's not about courses and like funding, empowerment programs. It's about us as humans, as youth, as young users, to step up, and to really define for ourselves what it means. What it means to have access to all these new technologies and how we can use it. To me, that is the bottom line, Technology can enable us to be more democratic and to have better opportunities for a free world in a sense, but we have to make it happen. It wasn't surprising, it wasn't shocking, it was inspiring, but at the same time, you see that in most of the countries, things have changed, but it's not that, it's a perfect world now. You can name all the examples, but, looking at Egypt right now, I work with a lot of, young Egypt girls and guys the last couple of months and year, and, hopes were up really high, and actually all that hope is, not all that hope, but a big part of that hope is being shattered again because there's no follow-up. And again, that shows, with technology and you can make change, but at the end, people need to step up to really follow through on that change and make it really happen in a good and sensible way. And So, you know, the uprise is inspiring, but the follow through on that uprise is depressing in a sense. I mean, I want to clarify that I think there's a group of people that is afraid of it, you know. But at the end, there are a lot of young people who are creative in that sense and are looking for solutions, whether they are legal or not. So, and you know, the way I think it happens is that there's a small group of young people that really find a way around it, basically, around the blocks and around stuff like that. And because those young people are connected, even the people that are not as tech savvy as the people that find a way around the block, they will get a how-to video and they know how to get, you know, how to get around it as well. So, I mean, there is fear, and that fear should be there. But at the end, I'm a positive guy when it comes to that. I see that there's a, you know, in any case when it comes to things like this, there is a group that stands up and, you know, is making a change in any kind of circumstances. Arab Spring is a good example when, you know, when we're talking about this. There was just a group who really used Facebook, although it wasn't possible to use it like that, but they did. And I have faith in that. I mean, I can write a book about it, I guess. So it's not easy to put that in a short single answer. It's a battle between users on the one side and governments somewhere in the middle and businesses on the other side, basically. And I think that governments should be more involved in getting open internet access for users. You know, they should really claim that. And now what you see is that companies have a huge influence still on that. I mean, basically it was nice. In one of the last sessions, you know, it was mentioned, is the internet a public space or is it a private space? And obviously, you know, we feel like it's public, but it's owned by private companies, you know, most of it. So I think there will be changes when it comes to that in the future. But we're not there yet, and it needs, you know, we need, again, it's up to us. It's a democratic process in a sense, because it doesn't feel democratic, but if we all stand up, if we just are not taking it, basically, you know, if we do not take the fact that Mega Upload gets closed down and they seize all of our accounts, you know, that we should not take it simple as that. And you know, we have to basically lobby as users. And actually, I do think that the user lobby will get better and bigger in the future and stronger. So that means as users, you will have more power, and you will be able to influence and governments and businesses more and more. And you know, we should fight for that. We should work on that, and we should empower ourselves to do that. And to me, that is the future, you know. Being independent of funding, stuff like that, we can do it. We can do it. We can connect with each other, and you see that in many, you know, cases basically around the world. You know, they just mentioned about the 9-year-old girl who was blogging about food in Ireland, I think. You know, and basically the board didn't like it after she got pretty big. She had like 2 million followers, whatever, and they decided she could not do it anymore. People got pissed off by that, you know, and there were a lot of blogs and tweets about it in just a few hours. And basically, in a day later, the head of the board decided to reverse, you know, to reverse it. I think that is the power of the crowd, and we should use the power of the crowd. But we need leaders for that. And those leaders will not come from government, they will not come from businesses. So we need social, tech-savvy, leaders from the user group, you know, that stand up and really take, you know, people with them, you know, and create a vision on that. And I think, sure, it is starting. You know, I mean, if we look back maybe 5 years, you know, people that were tech savvy were considered nerds, and they were not leaders at all. And I think more and more and more we get tech savvy people that are social as well. And those, I mean, that is the future, right? Because then we have people that have the leadership to take people with them, to empower people, to give them the strength to stand up and to have their voice heard, and they have the knowledge, and that is the future in my opinion.
بهره برداری امن از موبایل و اینترنت، زن، حقوق فردی و اجتماعی، سازوکارهای جلوگیری از نقض حقوق بشر، پویشی در مفهوم دموکراسی، مروری بر پایگیری نهادهای مدنی در ایران، اندیشه‌های نوین از حقوق کارگران، آموزش خبرنگاری، حقوق شهروندی امروز و محیط زیست. توانا، رایگان توانایی ما را به سمت انسان امروزین جهانی متمدن تازه می کند. برای شرکت در این کلاس ها به توانا.org بروید و با جیمیل مستعار ثبت نام کنید. از طریق فیسبوک، توییتر و شبکه یوتیوب می توانید آموزشکده توانا را دنبال کنید. توانا آموزشکده است برای جامعه مدنی ایران.